So this morning we've come to the Brownhills Canal Festival and we're on the upper end of the Lichfield Canal. We know it today is the Lichfield Canal. Previously it was part of the Worley and Essington Canal and the locals used to call it the Curly Whirly. So take a look at some of these vintage boats now. This young lad here on the side, start them early, don't they? And now this one I've seen, the Perchen. This one's been to a few festivals that I've been to. Built in 1936 at Yarwoods on the River Weaver, and it was built for the Grand Union Carrying Company. Perchen's one of 28 town class boats, and she remained in long distance carrying until 1962 and mainly carried coal from the north down to the London area. I'm moving on now to index number 68295. Hard to pronounce this name. Cassiopeia I think it is. Built in 1935 by Harland and Wolff, and she was built at Woolwich. And she is one of 24 iron composite pairs, and her class is known as a small Woolwich Star. In 1958 she was re-engined and carried cargo until 1963. Now 62495 is Whitby, and Whitby was built as a cargo vessel again by Yarwoods, this time at Northwich, and was completed in 1938. In the 1970s she worked on the gravel contract on the River Soar up at Firmiston in Leicester. Whitby was restored by the present owner in 2009, bringing her back to near original condition. And this work involved over 1,000 rivets. And here's a little narrowboat come down for the show. Better be careful how I pronounce this. It's Uranus. In the old days they just called it Uranus, didn't they? I'm not sure why they changed that, but still, there we go. Again, looking at these vintage boats, the owners really do take care of them. They're all kept immaculate. And this boat coming down to now with the footprints on it. The boat is Christian Fellowship Bear Boat, and we'll have a look at that later when we actually go on board that one and have a quick look. The beds are covered with well, we'll see. So you can see on the far side plenty of stores about, and that boat there, just imagine, it's got a big canopy that goes right over onto the towpath. We'll have a look down there in a moment. And just coming up to the overflow now, goes under there, under that walkway, and all the surplus water runs off back down there to a brook. So we're going to go on board this boat now, and there you can see what the bed's covered in. There's hundreds of teddies, probably not hundreds but loads. and this boat again was at a previous show that I went to, Inland Waterways. I chatted to the owners there, and they were just telling me how long it took them to get from there down to here. They've got this all planned, and they had to plan it around COVID because they wasn't too sure when they'd be freed up from lockdown and be allowed to travel. So this is looking back down from where we've just walked up. We're on the towpath side. They've brought down one or two vintage boats which we just had a look at, and it's in the middle of Brownhills, Walsall area, so there's quite a few people have come down. It looks like down that end there's the CRT, the water point, everything like that. And this is the first event for a couple of years. The last one was 2019, and it's been well advertised, and it's on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to go down that side now, just have a look what stores they've got. It's taken me an hour to drive here, so I want to make it worth my while, see what's happening across there. And I think next week we'll be back onto my own boat and cracking on with some work there. For the last 3 or 4 weeks I've been doing these festivals and different shows. And don't forget, if you like the videos, the channel, just give us a like. Leave a comment below if you want to. Right, we're going to go down that way now and have a look and see what's down there. So as I say, 1 or 2 vintage boats out, a few visitors, i.e. boaters, trade stands, stalls, and most of the people visiting were fairly local. So as I say, we're on a Lichfield, and we're not too far from Ogley Junction, which is Brownhills, and the canal runs down to Huddlesford Junction, east of Lichfield on the Coventry Canal, a length of about 7 miles. The branch was abandoned in 1955, along with several other branches on the Essington, as it was known then, and a lot of it's been filled in. And restoration plans were first voiced in about 1975, and since 1990 the Lichfield and Haverton Canals Restoration Trust have been actively engaged in rebuilding sections of the canal as they become available. Major projects have included an isolated aqueduct over the M6 toll. If you're ever using the M6 toll road, you'll just come down, and going across the motorway, which looks like a bridge, is an actual aqueduct that's going nowhere at the moment, but that's ready for when the canal reaches it. And they had to raise £250,000 to £300,000 to have that built before the M6 toll road was built. As a result of that, the government of the day said that anywhere that there's a canal being restored, you won't be able to put a road or a motorway through that unless you negotiate with the canal trust of that area and help them towards not so much the restoration cost, but putting it in a tunnel or putting in an aqueduct. So there we go, that's delicious. I wonder what they're selling. Oh, cheese, look. So plenty about. It's more for the locals, but it's their festival. I just thought I'd travel down and just cover it a bit for you and see what's going on. Well, thanks for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. It's free to subscribe, although it sounds like you pay something, doesn't it? Hope you enjoyed watching it, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.